Girl, let me tell you, I think Loossemble was seriously taken advantage of. Like, after Luna disbanded, it was so obvious the girls weren't ready to call it quits. They had this fire in them to keep going, you know? But instead of getting a fair chance to rebuild their careers, they found themselves in this messy situation. Ugh, the disrespect. So, Loossemble, formed by HyeJu, Yeojin, Vivi, Go-won, and HyeJu, was supposed to be this perfect mix of nostalgia and fresh creativity. Like, we were supposed to get the best of both worlds. And honestly, for a hot second, it looked like they were delivering. But then, girl, on November 29, 2024, CTDENM dropped a bombshell and announced that they were ending contracts with all 5 members. Like, what the hell? And to make it even more chaotic, HyeJu went on from and tried to calm everyone down, saying, "Don't worry, we'll still be seeing each other." Like, girl, we see what you're doing, but the fans aren't stupid. We knew something was up. Okay, here's where it gets juicy. I think the girls got stuck in this Western-style contract where they had to pump out 3 mini-albums and do 2 tours. Like, who thought this was a good idea? If you've seen my New Jeans disbandment video, you already know I've talked about how this might work for groups like BTS, Blackpink, or New Jeans, groups that are already established and have that global clout. But Loossemble? Babe, no. Luna was popular, sure, but not that popular. They were nowhere near Blackpink levels, and let's be real, they didn't have the infrastructure to pull this off. Now, let me break it down for you because this is where the clownery starts. K-pop idols are not supposed to do everything themselves. That's just not how the industry works. Idols are there to be the talent, they perform, they look cute, and they build their personas. Meanwhile, the company is supposed to handle the heavy lifting, music production, promotions, CF deals, all that stuff. But Western artists? It's a whole different ballgame. They have to be in charge of everything, and the label just takes a cut of the profits. Like, who thought this was going to work for Loossemble? No major company was even looking to snatch Luna members, except for Chuu, because, hello, she's literally a CF queen. She was out here printing money for Luna, but the rest? They didn't have that same kind of pull. And then they ended up with this company that, in my opinion, had no clue what they were doing. Like, did they even have a plan? Because from where I'm sitting, they didn't see Loossemble as artists. They saw them as a quick cash grab. Twitter orbits have been speculating for a while now that this company was having financial problems, and honestly, I believe it. Why else would they push these girls to release 3 mini-albums and hold 2 tours in less than 2 years? Girl, that is just not how K-pop works. It's giving desperation. And don't even get me started on the second tour. The whole thing was a mess. No background visuals? Are you kidding me? Like, what kind of amateur hour nonsense is that? This is a K-pop group, not some high school talent show. And then some of the members had to sit out because of health issues? Girl, the company didn't just drop the ball, they threw it into the ocean. It's so obvious to me that the company wasn't thinking long term. They didn't care about building Loosemble's brand or helping the girls create their own image. All they wanted was to milk the guaranteed success of the first 3 albums. Because let's face it, Luna's fanbase was going to show up for the first few releases. But after that, if you're not attracting new fans, you're done. And that's exactly what happened. The company knew it, and that's why they allegedly stuck them in this shady contract. 2 years of quick cash, and then they were out. Now, let's talk numbers because this is where it gets embarrassing. Loossemble flopped, plain and simple. And girl, that hurts to say because I love them, but the truth is the truth. Luna was moderately popular, but Chuu was the real moneymaker. She's so likable, so marketable, and she was making more money than Luna as a whole. Like, no shade to the other members, but Chuu was carrying. And we all know music doesn't pay the bills. The real money is in ads and concerts, not Spotify streams. Do you know how many verified streams you need to make $100,000 on Spotify? Like, 20 million. And for a group like Luna, that's just not happening. And Loossemble? People weren't checking for them like that. Fans treated them like they were already this well-established group, but the reality is, they were just a continuation of Luna. And if fans had taken them more seriously from the jump, maybe they'd still be around. But instead, we're here, talking about their flop era. I see people on Twitter saying they might go back to Luna under Madhouse. But let's be real, is that even realistic? ARTMS, their sister group, sold over 100,000 copies of their debut album in 1 week. Meanwhile, Loossemble took a whole comeback to hit that number. And their breakout song TDYL? It only sold 25,000 copies, which is 50,000 less than their debut album. Like, the comparison is stark, girl. ARTMS has almost 1 million YouTube subscribers, and Loossemble? Less than 250k. It's giving flop, and I hate to say it, but it's true. And then there's Chuu. She doesn't even need album sales to survive. She's so popular she could live off her CF deals alone. But Loossemble? They didn't have that kind of star power, and the company didn't do anything to help them build it. They didn't even capitalize on Vivi's pre-Luna fame as a model. Like, what were they doing? They leaned on Chuu's popularity for too long and thought Luna's name would carry Loossemble. Rookie mistake. And HyeJu? She was going viral recently, but where was the promotion? No YouTube features, no interviews, nothing. The company didn't give them a big enough budget, and it showed. TDYL could have been their breakout moment, but instead, it's just another missed opportunity. Like, what could have been, girl? Like you don't get a hit like TTYL, and disband out of nowhere. They clearly had no plans for the group, which is so heartbreaking, because I generally don't think that the members thought that this is where things were going, because if they knew, they would have not reacted like that on the internet. They probably thought a short contract gave them the upper hand to walk away if they did not feel comfortable with the label. And the label obviously saw it as an opportunity to make all that money and ditch the girls. Let's be practical, they were probably getting 2x, maybe 3x profit. If those girls were making 10x profit, they will still exist today. Now, some of the girls have Luna back in their Instagram bios, and they are out here reassuring fans, saying, "Don't worry, we'll still be a group," but people are hoping for an OT12 comeback under Madhouse, and I'm just like, how? Madhouse already has a 24-member girl group and ARTMS. Where would Loossemble even fit? I guess it could happen since the girls are only split across 3 companies now, but honestly, I don't even want that. Let them grow as individuals or in subunits. Luna can wait until 2026, in my opinion. And please, let's not sacrifice Loossemble to merge them with ARTMS. They are 2 completely different vibes, and I don't want Loossemble to lose their identity for some OT10 ARTMS fantasy. But you know what? Despite all this drama, I'm hopeful. After everything that went down last year, I still believe the future is bright, not just for Luna, but for all the girls. They deserve it.